One of the names that the late 12-year-old Slyvester Oromoni mentioned before he passed on was Michael Adewale Kashamu, the son of the late billionaire and socialite politician Buruji Kashamu. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're an existing viewer, thank you so much for stopping by. Now, we know Buruji Kashamu was a known socialite, politician, and all of that. Now, he's somebody that is well known in the Lagos social circuit and all of that. When Oromoni died, his parents, and they said he also said before he passed on, and his sisters also alleged that Michael Kashamu was among those students who beat Slyvester severely before he passed on. As everybody is now coming out angry about this kind of unhuman treatment meted out to this poor innocent boy who allegedly refused to join the secret cult. Now, under the watchful eyes of the school, this was done, and from confessions that I've done in my other video, where the senior boys who are eyewitnesses to this story, and also some junior boys have alleged that said that Buruji's son, Adewale Michael Kashamu, was one of those students who beat him up, and is one of those that was mentioned to have fled the country. So now people hearing all of that now will tie the knots to say, oh, Kashamu is a name that will always ring a bell. And definitely now a member of the family, Mutairu Kashamu, has come out, an uncle to Michael Adewale Kashamu has come out to debunk this allegation. So he granted an interview to the Punch newspaper, and I'm going to read what he said. The Kashamu family has been inundated with inquiries, calls, and messages over the unfortunate incident at Dowencollege, Lekki, Lagos, which led to the untimely death of Slyvester Oromoni, a 12-year-old student of the college. While we empathize and commiserate with the family of the late Slyvester Oromoni over the irreplaceable loss, we wish to appeal to all and sundry to hold their horses until the police and the Lagos state government have completed their independent investigation and established the truth. Most commentators have rushed to conclusions based on assumptions and false information, including the allegation that our son Adewale Michael Kashamu was in any way involved in the bullying or beating of Slyvester Oromoni. Since the news of the unfortunate death broke, we have made our own private inquiries and carefully questioned our son about his involvement. This is why we did not rush out to respond to the cyber stalking, name-calling, and negative commentaries that have taken over the social media about our son's alleged involvement in this sad incident. Some of the true facts now slowly emerging from under the mass of lies are that our son, Adewale Michael Kashamu, had acted as a school father for the late Slyvester in his first session in the school at the request of Slyvester's sister, who is also a student of the school. However, in the 2021 session, commencing in September 2021, Adewale Michael Kashamu was moved to a different floor in the boarding house and engrossed in his own studies and activities. He was no longer as close to Slyvester as he was in the previous session. Adewale Michael Kashamu is a compassionate and considerate boy. Sometimes last session, some boys had been accused of beating Slyvester with belts and seizing his foodstuff, but Adewale Michael Kashamu was not involved at all. He was in fact in sympathy with Slyvester over that incident. On that occasion, Slyvester's parents made a report to the school, and the affected students were questioned, and one of them at least was suspended. Adewale Kashamu is not aware that an identical incident occurred again this year, leading to Slyvester's injury and death. Michael Adewale Kashamu saw Slyvester limping sometime late in November, and assuming that he had been injured during football, empathized with him and advised him to go to the school clinic. Other students who knew the circumstances of Slyvester's leg injury have all testified that he was injured while playing football. While he was in school, Slyvester had no visible injury to his lips or face. Slyvester's family had admitted that Slyvester's swollen, blistered, and bloody lips, as shown in videos and pictures now viral on the internet, were reactions to medications given to Slyvester after he had been taken from the school by his parents. Interesting. We feel sad and can relate to the pains of the Oromoni family and all those genuinely concerned about this unfortunate incident. That is why we wish to express our readiness to cooperate the parents of the deceased in the ongoing investigation. Right. The police, the Lagos State government, and other relevant stakeholders are also working to get to the root of this matter so that the cause of justice will not only be served but also manifested and in all that is going on. However, it is regrettable that of the 5 names that were mentioned in relation to the incident, it is only Kashamu's name that seems to ring a bell. Consequently, the family and his late patriarch, Senator Buruji Kashamu of blessed memory, have been the butt of irresponsible, falsehood, biased, and unwarranted attacks, even when the full details of the incident are not yet known. There is no denying the fact that Adewale Michael Kashamu is one of the children of the late Senator Buruji Kashamu, but no family or parent will send a child to school to be involved in any form of crime or criminality, just like no parent will be happy to be informed that a child he or she sent to school to learn has been molested or killed under any guise. That is why we wish to appeal for restraint on all sides. The cyberbullying of our family will not help in any way to solve the bullying in schools that society through the ages has dared to stop. The larger society should start by setting a higher standard. We reckon that the bereaved family has related the account of the incident as narrated by the deceased. On our part, we have continued to engage our son Adewale Michael Kashamu, and he has continued to maintain his innocence. Now that the Lagos State government and the people have waded into the matter, we shall fully cooperate with them so that the truth will be established and the cause of justice served. Justice for the deceased and his family, justice for the accused students and their families, and justice for society. At this junction, we want to encourage the management, parents, and pupils of Dowen College, and indeed everyone who may have useful information about this incident to please volunteer same to the police and the Lagos State government in the interest of justice. That was quite a long one, and from every indication, they didn't deny the fact that they have a son called Adewale Michael Kashamu. They didn't deny the fact that their son, was one of those, who had close encounter, who actually they said has been a school father, but at the point they changed their own son's hostel. Now the question is, what happened for them to have changed a senior boys hostel? If you remember in an interview, the sister to the late Slyvester said when they started bullying him, because this was not the first time, when they started bullying him, the school took a step by announcing that they were going to suspend the bullies, right? But they didn't go on the suspension. They just changed their hostels. So the question is, the speaker for the family should tell us why was their own son Kashamu moved to another hostel. That's one question. The second question also is, why did it take them so long? Why did they whisk their own son away? It's, like I said, is one of those students that's said to have traveled out of the country. Now, this begs the question. Like, you can see this statement by the family. They want to get justice for late Slyvester. They want to get justice of the accused students. They want to get justice for, excuse me, what exactly are they talking about? I don't want to preempt any investigation of the what's it called, of the police or something. And even it is people's outcry that actually woke the police up in this situation. Because like a statement released by the Lagos State Police Command, they said no petition got to them, that they just heard about it and they decided to dive in. I'm like, excuse me, must you wait till a petition comes to you? Aren't you hearing what is going on online? Right? They all have platforms. They all react. If somebody says something about them, they will be in the next minute they are quick to jump on the person's whatever to say somebody said this about the police force or something. So they were waiting for a petition to come to them until they do their duty to maintain to secure life and order in the society. Everything absolutely has gone wrong, and really people are not really surprised that the Kashamu involved is the son of the late Buruji Kashamu, because like I said, the child is the son of a net worth individual, though he's late. But the truth of the matter is, why is it that anytime anything concerns the wealthy and the rich and the politician in our society, the case keeps dragging? People turn blind eye. Nobody wants to talk. People are afraid to talk. They'll pull down the pages. They'll block everything off. Well, I would not like to say more right now. Like we said, I publicize this because the heat is on them. And the brother of the late Buruji Kashamu is the one that gave this statement to say, no, their son is not involved. Nothing is concerning their son in all of this matter. So why did they whisk their son away? What is going on? And also, Gistlover has brought pictures of some other parents, the Temiles, who were brought out. Their pictures are all over. There's another parent who was said to work with Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank responded to Gistlover blog to say, no, the woman involved, Joy Edodu, is no longer their staff, that she had left in 2016, and their name should not be mentioned. And however, Zenith Bank is still the name of an institution where the woman works on a social media platform. So things have really, really gone wrong, and this issue is not starting today, nor is it going to end tomorrow, but it can be curbed and be reduced drastically. When people are known, to face the consequences of their actions and justice takes its course, people tend to sit up. We need to bring sanity again to our dear country and to our dear institutions of learning. No sane human being will agree to the fact that that boy just had aftermath of a football game. And like one of those students said, they did not play football in school that week. So how come they were told that the injury he sustained was due to football game? Something is fundamentally wrong. We'll keep talking about it. The truth never changes color. The truth will always maintain its white color. And we are not going to call it gray. We are not going to call it half black. Nor are we going to call it half white. The soul of Slyvester Oromoni, the 12-year-old innocent boy who was in excruciating pain to his last breath, must receive justice, because this is so disheartening. So the Buruji Kashamu family, thank you so much for coming out to make this statement. Kindly let the police or whoever are involved face the music and bring out this case. And we hope they are not going to start tampering with evidences, because they will go about now pulling people's pages. They will go about now talking so much about, their innocence and all of that. Yeah, they have the right to talk about their innocence, but let justice prevail. Anybody who is not letting justice prevail, who is tweaking all of this, also have children, they should remember that what goes around comes around. And if we keep not enlightening our children, if you have a child right now, maybe your child is just 2 years old or 10 years old, and you've not had the time to sit down since you heard this story, right, to talk to your child about being bullied or being a bully. It's both ways. Don't just ask your child about, is anybody bullying you? You need to ask questions to say, do you bully other people? How do you react to other people? What do you do to other people? If you're not balancing that situation, then I pray we don't find ourselves in the situation where the Kashamu's family are right now, because there are 101 children in that institution. How come the boy's name was constant from the mouth of Slyvester as he was passing on, from the mouth of the sisters and all of, and even to other students who have come out to give an eyewitness account. So let's watch and see. We'll keep updating on this particular issue. We hope justice is served, and we hope that the law will take its course. We need to have a saner society. We cannot keep going on like this. May God give the parents of Slyvester the peace of mind at this time, despite the storm, despite the pain, and may Sylvester's soul receive rest. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure to see you in my next video.